was being spied on. That's outrageous to have the FBI director saying that about anybody. That's outrageous to have the FBI director saying that about anybody. That's outrageous to have the FBI director saying that about anybody. That he may have helped. That's outrageous to have the FBI director saying that about anybody. That he may have helped. That's outrageous to have the FBI director saying that about anybody. That he may have helped. With the Russians, they lost the election. That's why they're upset. They lost in the Electoral College, which is very hard to do, and gerrymandered towards them. And then they spin it. Oh, he's flip-flopping. No, there's a lot of reasons Comey got axed. And Trump is tweeting out all these videos, some of which we've produced, showing the Democrats saying get rid of him, up to last week. But let's go back first to him with Lester Holt yesterday, laying out that, no, he went with the recommendations, but he was already going to fire Comey. He was thinking about firing Comey the day he got elected. And guess what? I don't just have to believe Trump. I have him 2 nights after he was elected.
Hello.
Saying, I'm thinking about firing him. I don't know if I'm going to keep him. And that was on like the 22nd of January. So I've got a memory, see? So I know Trump's like the North Star. Unless he changes a policy, then he'll explain why. That's on a flip-flop. But he's very steady. Let's go to part of the Lester Holt interview.
Regardless of recommendation, I was going to fire Comey.
Let me ask you about your termination letter to Mr. Comey. You write, I greatly appreciate you informing me on 3 separate occasions that I am not under investigation. Why did you put that in there?
Because he told me that. I mean, he told me that.
He told you weren't under investigation with regard to the Russia investigation?
I've heard that from others. I think.
Was it in a phone call? Did you meet face-to-face?
I had a dinner with him. He wanted to have dinner because he wanted to stay on. We had a very nice dinner at the White House very early on. A dinner was arranged. I think he asked for the dinner. And he wanted to stay on as the FBI head. And I said, I'll, consider. We'll see what happens. But we had a very nice dinner. And at that time, he told me, you are not under investigation, which I knew anyway.
That was one meeting. What was the
First of all, when you're under investigation, you're giving all sorts of documents and everything. I knew I wasn't under. And I heard it was stated at the committee, at some committee level, that I wasn't. Number one.
So that didn't come directly from him.
Then during a phone call, he said it. And then during another phone call, he said it. So he said it once at dinner. And then he said it twice during phone calls.
Did you call him?
In one case, I called him. In one case, he called me.
And did you ask, am I under investigation?
I actually asked him, yes. I said, if it's possible, would you let me know, am I under investigation? He said, you are not under investigation.
But he's given sworn testimony that there is an ongoing investigation into the Trump campaign and possible collusion with the Russian government. You were the centerpiece of the Trump campaign.
Well,
so was he being truthful when he says you were under investigation?
I know that I'm not under investigation. Me, personally. I'm not talking about campaigns. I'm not talking about anything else. I'm not under investigation.
That's right. Because Trump delegated all of it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's known that the Clintons, the Podestas, all of them were on the Russian payroll. But they weren't Russian agents. They were taking money from basically scores of countries. They were agents of China. Hillary has been an agent of China going back to Don Tyson. It's well known. It's all over the news since the 90s. Totally documented. But what's amazing is Trump's restoring our country, our sovereignty, our military, and our energy. And they have the nerve to then claim he's some Russian stooge. It's just outrageous bull. We'll come back and play more of the interview straight ahead. And then we'll play the clips of Democrats calling for Comey's firing until they did a 180 on Monday. The media everywhere, as you know, is spinning things that Trump got caught flip-flopping and giving different stories. Like he's, a teenage kid caught breaking into a liquor store at 2 in the morning and the cops catch him with a bag of cash and 3 bottles of whiskey. And he says, oh, my dad works there. Oh, I own the liquor store. Oh, I found this money on the side of the street. But that's not what's happening. In an interview with no notes, the president's like, yeah, he's flip-flopping everywhere. He won't investigate leaks. He's not doing a very good job. And this whole Russia thing is completely made up, and I'm sick of it. And he told me I'm not under investigation. And he goes on to say the Russians must really be laughing at us. This is idiotic. Why don't you investigate the Clintons? Why don't you look at how they're involved with the Russians and the uranium deal? But see, all that hits the cutting room floor.